This video is presented by EA Creator Network. Hi guys, welcome to Simproved, First Picking here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today we are going to look into the Werewolves gameplay pack and what actually you can build with this. So this is my absolute first build with the new gameplay pack, and I personally thought, okay, we have so many more factory kind of rundown objects, and I've seen so many other people again do lots of family houses and stuff like that, so I didn't see myself, you know, doing that again because there are so many cool ones already, you know. So I thought, we only have 5 lots in Moonwood Mill. This is the world that you get with the werewolf pack, and I was like, that's not, you know, let's just face it, it's not a very big world, right? Because of the lots. But I thought it would be really helpful if you have a multi-purpose lot. So this lot will be only base game and the werewolves pack. And you can set it to residential, bar, lounge, library, museum, gym, and national park. I wanted this to be a reclaimed factory, maybe even the mill itself. And then, you know, the inhabitants of Moonwood Mill created this to be kind of like, sort of like a community center, right? Like something everyone can use, and I wanted it to fit into the other lots and especially the debug houses that are around this. So this is on the biggest lot, the 50 by 40 lot, and I think usually there is this bar on it, which is a very lovely lot by James Turner. But I just thought, yeah, you could really do a multi-purpose lot here, and then you can set this down, and then you can either choose to live in it, or you guys can, you know, set this to either one of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different lot types. So you can have, you know, set it to a bar and lounge, and you can actually have a date there and stuff like that, because sometimes you need these community lots to do some sort of gameplay. I'm not the big gameplay, you know, I don't know lots about it, but I just thought, okay, I'm gonna experiment a little bit with factory, with glass roofs. As you can see, there's like lots and lots of different glass roofing, and I wanted it to be very green, because in Moonwood Mill you have these 2 packs, right? I totally forgot. One is the Wild Fangs and the other one is the Moonlight Initiative or something around those lines. So the ones are the old hippies and the other ones are the punk kids, basically. And I thought, you know, having something like a factory that is reclaimed and then with lots of flowers and, you know, trees and stuff like that is maybe, you know, for gardening. And then also on the inside, because almost all of the objects that we get with this pack are just rundown, recycled, reclaimed kind of, let's just say, garbage. And I really love that, right? So I really thought it's cool. So maybe that's what the, you know, the people who live here have done. They took this factory and they created this whole big communal space for everyone. And I also thought this is a cute kind of park area. So just in general, I thought this would bring so much more gameplay and value to Moonwood Mill. I personally think I could have done better, but I only, you know, gave me 2 hours with that build. So this is a 2-hour build, but it was also a little bit easier to do this because, you know, I only use base game and werewolf, so it's easier to, you know, filter through all the objects. And also for me, it's cool because then I can finally look at all the objects and how they kind of feel like. First, I wanted this to be super colorful because of the industrial fences and whatnot. They come in really cool, colorful swatches, but then it all looked a little bit like kindergarten. So I went to brown later on, and that's the same with the white windows. I wanted to have this cool contrast with white windows and white trims. Later on I will change that all to brown because it stood out so much from all the other, especially the debug factory buildings in the background, and I was like, ugh, yeah, no, this is kind of not, I'm not feeling this. So yeah, what we have here is this huge factory, and it is a split level kind of situation. Upstairs there are lots and lots of beds because, you know, werewolves live in packs, and wolves live in packs as well, and therefore they have a whole sleeping corner with multiple beds. There's this toddler bed, there's the bunk bed. I basically just put them all in there, so they all sleep there. I'm actually happy that I think Sims can snore. I'm not sure if they can. You know, I guess werewolves are used to that, so I thought that's pretty cool. And I also wanted to make sure that you guys have enough beds for all of your Sims. And later on I will also put lots and lots of sex bushes. I know they're called party bushes, but for me these are always the sex bushes. So plenty of toilets and bedrooms and woohoo spots for all of your Sims. And I also wanted to put in as many activities as possible. You know, use of course mainly the werewolf stuff, so you can see this all happening here. And I also apologize for the big beams that kind of block your view. But I just thought structure wise that makes sense that they have beams there, and I really wanted to use that spandrel. And yeah, basically it's a huge hall. And since we have for the wooden swatches, for the wooden objects, there is always a red swatch, mostly a red swatch. I went with like a red painted reclaimed wood here, and then I basically stuck everything from the back. Like, it doesn't make that much sense, but I think in the end it looks pretty cool. Like, I'm really happy with the layout, and I think it's playable and kind of self-explanatory where everything is. By the way, I didn't choose the werewolf doors because I think these are a little bit, how can I say this? Exclusionary? Yeah. Gatekeeping, so to speak. So I wanted this to be for all kinds of Sims. So if you have like different spellcasters and like vampires and like, I don't know, lots of weird Sims and occults, they all have to get there, right? So I didn't use the werewolf door to get in there. But yeah, it has a small little bathroom with a toilet and a shower and stuff like that. But I thought maybe your Sims, you know, clean themselves somehow. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked at any gameplay yet for this thing I just built so far. I have to say that the objects are kind of special. I really like the textures of the painted chipped wood stuff, and red swatch is my favorite one so far, that because it's just so high contrast, right? And that one I kind of, now looking at it, would have loved more of these crazy colors here with more chip paint and stuff. I know that lots and lots of Simmers want the, you know, neutrals, and you have plenty of neutrals, so don't worry. But yeah, I just thought, hey, you know, blue, green, do the whole rainbow. That could have been really, really cool. And since this was base game, I had to use all base game kitchen basically, and experimented with lots of these graffiti. Some look like, you know, newspapers, and we have the newspaper base game wall paint. So I thought, okay, these kind of fit together. You know, this is basically just me figuring stuff out. Is it like super, I don't know, cool? I think if this would be like a 40-hour build that I usually do, stuff would look very, very different. But yeah, I just thought that I want to get this out as quickly as possible, because I really think that a multi-purpose lot like this can help you a lot while, you know, having gameplay and stuff like that. So usually you can just go in, set the build mode or something, set this to your desired, you know, lot type, and then, you know, continue playing and stuff like that. I just thought this is way more interesting and very, very helpful. I also think, by the way, that the Sims team now should definitely give us multi-purpose community lots, so that you have community lots and then you can say, hey, this lot is also a library, and this also is, you know, a gym and stuff like that. So yeah, this is the main idea. Lots of red. I'm sorry, I'm actually not a big fan of red. I would have loved blue, but I think I say this in lots of videos. But I think it looks cool, and I think it fits both hacks living here. And the reclaimed stuff with the industrial stuff, kind of, it all fits together. I think some of the, like I already said in my review, the quirky, whimsical stuff, there's like this moonlight lamp and some parchments and stuff like that, that kind of fits more to a fantasy build. But you know, these are small clutter items, so yeah, I didn't feel bothered that much. But yeah, also every time when I do this, when the pack comes out, I do the base game plus that pack or kit or whatever. I always find new base game stuff that we apparently got through the Sims Delivery Express, which is basically just, hey, we patched the game and then you get new stuff. And I totally forgot about, I think that was Hispanic month or something, where we got these pagodas, and yeah, that was just very, very interesting. The exterior was very, very hard to do. I basically had to push the factory to the side to have enough space for at least one caravan. Later on I will even put two. So yeah, we get these like caravan buses thingies, and you can actually put a bar in there, like the bar fits there. So one is a bar and the other one I'm gonna do as a gym, and that's the gym corner. So I will put some workout equipment, and the L-shaped thing is basically where I wanted to put some planters. So this is kind of like a greenhouse situation. I just thought this is like a remnant from the factory walls or something like that, and I just thought, okay, this is kind of cool. We can, you know, try out this glass roofing with different lengths. I just thought it looks so much more self-made, you know, and kind of, yeah, renovated or something like that. I just thought it's a cute look, and we're gonna use that throughout the whole build. If you want to, you can of course put them all on the same lengths. I know we have some OCD simmers here, so I'm sorry for that, but I personally always think that looks a little bit more natural and organic, because nature is a little bit more chaotic than, you know, all is in symmetry. So yeah, this is a nature reclaimed factory, so I thought, okay, this kind of makes more sense. The layout is pretty self-explanatory. I have these zones, you know, these different zones with the two trailers and then the planters and then the bonfire hangout spot, and yeah, it was basically lots and lots of greenery all around. I also knew that I wanted to use a little bit of this garbage sculpture or whatever that is, and wanted that to put that around the bonfire, because the bonfire looks like furniture stacked, you know, they're burning furniture basically. And I thought this kind of looks like, you know, garbage. So maybe they have a whole area with just garbage. So yeah, I didn't use any debug here because I wanted to make sure that everything works. And sometimes with debug objects, they disappear in live mode, or your sim can suddenly put them in their inventory or stuff like that. You know, and I didn't want to have any conflicts with that. But of course I did use move objects, for example, so I can freely put lots and lots of these plants and greenery all around, because I don't want your sims to go there anyway. So yeah, that was just very important for me. My favorite is of course the factory itself, because it's kind of like a pack hangout, but it can also be like a werewolf family thing, or maybe hippie commune. You know, think about like that kind of thing. Lots and lots of these kinds of builds you have already seen with eco lifestyle, not only on my channel, but like on multi people's channel, lots of people's channels. And yeah, there is something that I really think they should update, and that's the log bench. So we have a little bench that is actually like a log with a little bit of moss on it, and that's not considered an outdoor bench, right? So later when I go through all of the requirements for the different lot types, it says, yeah, well, this is not a bench, you have to put in more benches. And that kind of, I was like, huh? Yeah, but yeah, I think you will see this later on in the video. But yeah, we have this little bar area where there will be also a jukebox and a picnic table and a grill or barbecue. I'm actually interested, maybe someone can tell me if that's a British English, American English thing, grill and barbecue, or is it the same in both? Or is it Australian? I don't know. Sometimes I'm a little bit confused. But yeah, basically this is now going through all of the stuff here, picking up where I'm gonna put this. Oh, there's of course also the little telescope observatory kind of thing. Well, not the observatory, but the telescope. making sure there's lots and lots of stuff to do, because these requirement lists, if you set this to different lot types, it's actually very helpful, because I never put activity tables for the kids in there. But now we do. We have one. We have a woodworking table, lots of easels, lots of instruments, a microphone. So you have a little, you know, band area where you can have a little werewolf band or something like that. Telescopes, chess tables, you know, all these things that you usually never put in there. There's also jungle gym, which I also never, it's kid stuff. Kid stuff I usually never put down. I'm just not, yeah. But it's there, right? So you can have lots and lots of kids there running around, and they have stuff to do there and kind of can climb stuff. And you know, I think it's a really, really nice multi-purpose lot. It definitely fits the world. It's of course highly decorated, and there's like lots and lots of stuff to, you know, look at and to explore. I also am going to use this now when I play with my werewolves to kind of optimize this. So I will put the download link for this slot, of course, in the video description down below. It could be that I even update this slot a little bit more, so it has some fine tuning later as well. But everything should work and should be accessible. At least that's what I hope that's gonna happen. Because I kind of was I had lots of space, right? Like 50 by 40. So that's basically the whole gist of it. All right, so this is the Reclaim Factory. Lots and lots of greenery. I hope that you like this. Maybe this gave you a little bit of an overview of what you can build with that. Of course, there is, of course, you know, old wooden shack, horror house or something you can also do with all of these objects. But I personally thought factory fits more into the world, because here on this lot, all around it, there are these old factory buildings, so it kind of fits a little bit more. And yeah, these are the screenshots, guys. You just saw the blueprints if you want to rebuild this, but you don't have to, because there's the download link down below. And yeah, I hope that you like this one. I hope this will be helpful for your gameplay. Maybe you saw something that inspired you for your gameplay or for your upcoming builds with the new pack. Is there something, if you have any questions about any objects or so, please write them in the comments down below, and I will try to answer them. Keep in mind that sometimes I don't, you know, I'm not that, I'm definitely gameplay questions. I'm like, ugh, no idea. I haven't played yet. But yeah, I definitely like the whole vibe of this. And I think these objects, again, work perfectly with Get to Work, Strangerville, Eco Lifestyle, stuff like that. And yeah, I really, really like this. It's a cool pack for building as well, I would say, but definitely not the American suburban family wholesome let's play kind of house, right? So this is a little bit of special, on the special side, if you're interested in that. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.